Hello everybody, this is Ray Garrett and I'm making this particular video to show you a little bit more about LeadRouter. We covered it in ZapCon, but as your districts prepare to roll out, I just wanted to make sure that we have a quick video for reference so that you can always look back on this. So I am sharing my screen right now. I want to take you to LeadRouter, and this is what it looks like when you log in. I am logged in currently as James Villa. James is our Sacramento manager, so we're just going to borrow his platform to kind of go through this. So as you first log into LeadRouter, your view probably looks something like this, these leads that need your attention. So we have all of these delayed, bogus, proposed call, halted, and needs assignment. Now, delayed is of some interest. Delayed might mean that you have a lead that came in and a zip code that you don't have any agents assigned to. So that can be something that you would want to concern yourself with. But for the most part, the needs reassignment here is what you want to pay attention to. These proposed bogus, which means that an agent thought that someone who basically they thought it was a bogus lead, So now these numbers should, or with some proximity, correspond to Zap, and we do our reassignment through Zap. And I want to show you something that I've noticed here is that when I go into the contacts admin filter, I've got this view here. Again, I'm logged in as James to kind of see if this matches. And so I log in and I've got 125 out of 117,272. 125 of them is showing needs reassignment. But as you look through them, what you're going to notice, what many of you may notice, is a lot of these say secondary agent. So perhaps our agent was added in as secondary agent or something like that. Now, I have logged into some platforms where I see a lot of secondary agent leads that were assigned. So I don't know if this is something buggy with the system or anything like that. But for now, I wouldn't touch the secondary agent until we get more data around that. So here's how you get around that. In Zap, now again, you might remember in Zap, if you're just going to try to reassign leads, you can just kind of check them all, or you can check one or two, and then you're going to go to bulk actions, reassign contacts. You can also mark them dead or bogus there as well. If I go into reassign contact, I can either auto reassign them, or I can directly assign them to an agent. If I want to, I can add comments, and the best thing is that it shouldn't, I can add whether I want it to count against their lead rotation or not. Okay, I'm not going to do this. This is live, so I'm going to cancel that out. Now, the best way to kind of filter out of this whole secondary agent thing, just see if you've got some like probably real leads that you should be transferring or reassigning right now, is I'm going to go into more filters. When I go into more filters here in Zap, then I can go to agent status right here, and then select primary agent. So let's for the time being, let's just move the ones that there's a primary agent. Now these, you've probably already noticed if you're using the system already that it's a little slow in admin view. They're working on that now, but that will filter through eventually. And I've already checked this platform, and I know that there are no primary agent leads that need to be reassigned under James' platform. So if you do need to go ahead and check these, you can always go in. You can go in one of two ways. You can go here, manage leads, leads needing your attention, or you can just go into needs reassignment there, and you can look through those leads yourself and kind of maybe you want to call the agent on it or something like that, see if the agent sent. But you can see here, duplicate lead, needs reassignment. It's got the client's name, and if I scroll over, I can either use my mouse to scroll over, or I can use one of these little things to scroll over here and kind of see the agent and all of that good stuff, right? The agent office, PbZ status, all that good stuff. Okay, so that is leads. Now, here's what you need to do if you are managing your team, and you want to, for instance, you want to assign zip code territories to a new agent, or you want to make sure that you've got agents in the right zip codes and all of that good stuff. That's really the main thing that we do here. So there's two things that you guys are going to be responsible for doing inside of InTouch, or in LeadRouter rather, inside of LeadRouter. So when you're in LeadRouter, here's what you're going to do. the first thing you are going to do is you are going to assign zip codes, or make sure the zip codes that are assigned are the correct ones. Here's what happens, or here's what's supposed to happen. What's supposed to happen is when an agent is assigned to an office, the agent is automatically assigned to all the zip codes that office covers. It may not be the best situation for you. That might not be what you want to do, but that's the auto setting. Also, when an agent is added into Trident, they're automatically created in LeadRouter here within the next business day, they say. And when that happens, you still have to appropriate them, so they are automatically assigned to the zip codes. You might want to adjust that, and you also have to assign them lead status. Okay, so let me show you how to do that. You're going to go to Home Base InTouch Settings, and you're going to go down to Users right here. This is the easiest way to search for somebody. If you just want to search one person, so let's say there's Yolanda there, or let's look at Darren. So Babby is his last name, so I'm just going to type in B-A-B-B-Y. As soon as I start typing, it'll narrow it down for me right here. And now look, there's something right here that's saying he's not eligible. He may have shut his leads off himself, but maybe you want to check on that. But then you can see he participates in the PbZ program, and he's in quartile 2. Okay, so that's one way of just searching for, and let's just pretend like this is a new agent. So what we'll do is just click on the name there. When we click on the name, it brings up this pop-up box. You want to make sure always that that box right there is checked that says trained under flags. Also, what determines the leads are these 4 quartiles here, which that information will be sent over to the LeadRouter team once every month, I believe is what Joe said that you guys would be doing. So, but for right now, that they have the information to set this up. But when you affiliate somebody brand new, they're automatically going to default to the 4th quartile, which means they're not getting leads. First is platinum, second is gold, third is silver. And so this guy's set up on gold level lead flow. If you want to change that, you just click whichever box it's there. So again, when you affiliate somebody, we're pretending now this would be on the 4th quartile. I've got to select, and I think for all new associates, you want to move them to 2nd quartile. I believe is the SOP for that. Now, once you got the quartile added, then you want to check these zip codes, okay? And that is under this tab here, which is called Area. So I'm going to click on Area, and that's going to show me all the zip codes that this guy's assigned to. Now, there's 295 total zip codes in this service area. What I have noticed is, on this platform, and I want to show you, I'm going to go to 100. I can go to unassigned, I can go to assigned, and I can go to all. Right now it's on all, right? So I'm not going to enter a term here. What I'm just going to do is I'm going to click on assign, because I want to see all the zip codes this guy is assigned to. And lo and behold, this guy is assigned to 142 zip codes. That might be too many. Probably is too many. You can scroll down and see kind of where some of these territories are here. A lot. That's a lot. Maybe that's not right. And I have noticed too that this is happening from time to time. So you definitely need to go in on your team and check what their zip codes look like. Now, if I wanted to search a term like for Merced, for instance, I go in here. There's just 3. There's 3 there. This person is set up for all of Merced. That's a pretty good distance away from Sacramento. So that might not be an area where you want that person, and you'll just kind of uncheck those boxes as you go. Okay, so that's how you do it for an individual agent. Again, the general tab and then the area tab. Now these tabs are kind of cool, but they really don't, you really can't do anything. The additional one is just going to show you the profile information and then military details. That does not apply to us, although the profile information might help you put a face to a name and that kind of thing. And then the group is always PbZ. Okay, so we got the general information. That's what's happened when you click. So again, you're going to go to Users. And then if you're looking for an individual user, maybe a new agent, you're going to type their name in. If you want to see all of your agents here, there they go. And you can kind of just get a quick glance at some who may not be eligible yet. You can also go all the way over here and you can see this person, quartile 4, maybe they need to be changed. And you can sort it by quartile. So you want to see everybody you've got in the 1st quartile, there you go. There's the folks in 1st quartile. Maybe they shouldn't be in 1st quartile. Maybe you know for a fact some of these folks shouldn't be. You can change them pretty quickly. And then if you want to look at everybody you got on the 4th quartile, which means they're not getting leads, just click the column heading one more time, and that will bring it. That will order it from biggest to smallest, so you can see 4. A lot of 4s there. Maybe some of these people should be getting leads, and then you can change that as well. Okay, pretty simple. Now another thing I'd like to show you is the map view here. So if I go, that's the user's view. If I go here to areas, if I just click on that, that's going to bring up a map that's going to show me all of the northern company, all of the company map and zip codes, but it's going to show me where I have agents and where I have leads. Okay, so let me show you how this works. Let's zoom in a little bit. And as I mouse over some of these Sacramento zip codes, I've got 70 agents assigned to this one zip code, 30 leads. Now, whether that's correct or not, I don't know about the leads, but the agent probably is. So if I want to click on that Elk Grove zip code right there, what it's going to show me is all of the agents I have assigned to that zip code. There's a lot. Some of these may not. Some of these may not or should not maybe have that zip code, or you don't want all of them in there because they're sharing a pretty small pot of the leads. So anyway, that is and you can go in here and you can take the assigned offices and switch them around. This is looking at West Sacramento, but you can take a look at some other offices as well. But anyway, very helpful tool when it comes to seeing where you have agents and where you might need a little help. Okay, so for instance, this valley has 0 agents. Not a lot of leads there. Again, they're still perfecting this tool. I'm sure they're going to have to tweak it, and it's probably going to get a lot better as we keep on rolling out. They're still trying to figure everything out now. But again, this area map is pretty good. And then, when you click on it, you can see all of the agents who are assigned in that zip code. Okay, and that's there. So then you've got a by agents thing here, so that's also available. Now this says no records available. It's because I'm doing all. Let's see, if I go into all, you'll see here that it shows all the agents, plus it will show the zip codes as well. This by agents is a little screwy though. I don't really mess with that. This area map is kind of useful, but again, not necessary. I'm just showing it to you now. Not necessary to set somebody up, but it might be necessary to make sure you've got the right zip codes set for the right amount of agents, and that's probably going to take some work, and I'll leave that up to you guys of how you do that. And now going back to Zap, just to show you here, when I put in here, remember we put it in primary agent, there's nothing here. So he doesn't have any primary leads that need to be reassigned. And that's in essence it. So I want to cover it one more time really quickly for you. When you log into LeadRouter, this is what you're going to see. Once you log into LeadRouter, you'll see all of these things. These really don't pertain to us. We pull this information in Zap, not in LeadRouter, but just a quick glance. Now what you're going to do is go first to users, and if you need to add, if you just affiliated an agent, or if you just want to look at what you have, let's pretend like we've just affiliated this agent right here. I'll search out her name. Start typing, it'll narrow it down. So there's Yolanda there. What I'll do is just click on her name, make sure that she is both trained and that she is assigned a quartile. Now, if she's a new agent, I would have to click here. She would not receive leads until I click there. Second thing I want to do is see what zip codes and what area she's set up in. She also, just like that other agent that we just saw, is set up in 142 different zip codes. That's probably too big and needs some adjustment. And you can go in and do that as well. Those are the necessary things, guys. So I hope it didn't take too long on this video. Just wanted to give you a tour of management functions in general. We will be doing some management training, some more in-depth things, but these are just the things you need to know right up front just to get started, okay? Alrighty. Well, I do appreciate your listening, and I'll go ahead and get this video out soon. Thanks, guys.